happy that I've just met the future king of Erebor. But you have to fight for your home, and you picked 12 dwarves to help you with that. Let's start with a small test. Can you give me their names, because it's a torture for me?
Filikili, Biffa, Bofa, Bomba, Dwalin, Balin, Oin, Gloin, Dorin, Ori, Ori, Dorin.
Superb.
I spent a long time with these guys. I love them dearly.
But the world of Middle-earth was completely new for you, wasn't it?
Existing in Middle-earth was very new for me, but I felt that I knew that place so well because I was a big fan of the book of The Hobbit, and then the Lord of the Rings books, and then Peter's trilogy, which I devoured and found myself immersed in for many years. So going to Middle-earth for real was a real treat.
And how was it to be really in the middle of Peter Jackson's imagination?
It's one of the most thrilling experiences because you walk onto a technological set like they have for these films, and you're surrounded by green screen, and then in front of you you have Peter Jackson, whose imagination is vivid and his description is succinct. He also has an amazing art department who create so many images and textures for you to absorb, so that really when you start work, your mind is filled with everything except a green screen. And so then to see the final finished film is remarkable because of the incredible work, not just the physical work that's happened with Weta Workshop, but the work that then Weta Digital take on. And I'm just blown away by what I've seen on the screen.
How he is as a director? Is he strict? Is he a good boss?
He's a very good boss. He's very calm. He has humility. He very rarely raises his voice. He guides you down a path that you don't realize he's taking you in a certain direction. He often uses other actors to stimulate you to do things that he asks for. But he's also great fun to work with, and he enjoys a joke. He's a great actor, so when it's time to ask you to do something, if he can't guide you towards it, he'll sort of show you. So yeah, but he's a very entertaining man, and this vivid imagination that is always useful.
You said weeks ago, maybe years ago, that if you're creating a character, you define his whole world, his diaries, his past, his fears, and you're just marinating yourself in this kind of stuff.
Yes.
What was the marinade for the Thorin?
It came as a collection of all sorts of ideas, mainly from the novel. It always came from The Hobbit, but it also came from other works that I looked at of both Tolkien and his biographers. So I found out as much as I could about the dwarves through his other writings. But then there was a great physical program that we took on, 6 weeks of work to become a dwarf. I also used various pieces of music to listen to, a little bit of Maori chanting, the song that we use in the film. All of these things went into the pot that we bathed Thorin in.
How was it to wake up like a dwarf?
It's kind of, you wake up aching a little bit because of the physical work, and at the end of the day you really want to jump into the shower because you stink of dwarf. So it was a visceral experience.
It feels that Thorin has no fear for fighting for life. Are you the same?
I actually disagree with you. I think Thorin is full of fear. I think he is described by Tolkien as a fearless warrior, but inside of him I think he absolutely fears the dragon. I think he fears Azog, and I think he fears that he will fail. He fears the dragon sickness. Yes, but he puts on a front for his people and for his dwarves. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Tell me, you have days off these days. When will you get back on the set?
We would return to Middle-earth sometime next year. Maybe it's April, for perhaps 10 weeks to finish the final battle, the Battle of the Five Armies, where Thorin will, have his moment on the battlefield, his chance for glory, and perhaps his chance for redemption as well.
But tell me, if the 21st of December was the last day of the world,
yes,
maybe of the Middle-earth,
yes,
what would you do?
If 21st, I would fill my glass of wine, I would toast humanity and neck it back.